If I go exceed your expectations, please refer me 3 clients. I invest my marketing dollars into the relationship. You could do things together as you start building your team. They could come in with absolutely no money and come away with a home.
My name is Jeffrey DeJesus. I've been in real estate for 2 decades in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's been a wonderful, wonderful ride. Built a large organization, very active in selling real estate and active in building an organization, doing agent attractions. So if that's something that you are interested in, you can always reach out to me and talk about the systems on how to recruit agents. So anyways, with that being said, I'd love to get into training right now with Real Estate Edge, and that is media, PR, and strategic partnerships. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Media, PR, and strategic partnerships. How real estate agents can borrow audiences and grow influence fast. If you ever thought about building a very fast and strong business, you want to definitely have some strategic partnerships. And I'm going to go through a few of these. You could always add in some of your own creative ideas. But if you just follow this, you'll crush this thing called real estate. The problem, well, why most agents struggle to grow, most agents rely on? Well, they rely on cold calling, door knocking, paid ads, social media postings. Well, the challenge is building an audience from scratch takes years. Instead of top producers leverage, use existing audiences, trusted voices, and community influence. Okay, so you could use me. I've been in the business for quite some time. I have several tens of thousands of followers and got millions of views on YouTube. So you're welcome to go ahead, tell me what it is you're trying to do, and we'll work on that. So what is borrowing an audience? Well, partnering with people, brands, media outlets, and organizations that already have your ideal client's attention. So some of the examples are, partner with some of your local business owners, mortgage lenders, financial advisors, community organizations, podcasters, news outlets, and influencers. Okay, you could gain visibility without spending years of building followers. So one of the things I did early on is, I'm not sure if you've seen them, is I bought a huge truck, and that was a moving truck that could move a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And what I did is I let some of the local businesses borrow them. That helped me build a little bit of credibility, had the owner talking about me. And then I also went ahead and took steps further, and I put it up poster or an advertisement on each of the small businesses in my local area, and I support this business, talking about their business, and I put my picture there, my services, and so I made it about the business owner, and that's how I borrowed their audience. Okay. Why this works? Trusted transfer. Well, a trusted source introduces you, credibility increases, referral access increases, brand awareness accelerates, people are more likely to trust. Someone recommended by a friend, someone who simply runs an advertisement. So those two different things is, 90% of my business is literally a referral by a trusted friend or associate or somebody I did business with. And so when they make a recommendation, it carries a lot of weight. So your goal is to build relationships out in the industry. You do that through different media sources and strategic partnerships. Some of the local media strategy, well, you could reach out to newspapers, community magazines, TV stations, real estate publications, business journals. And what do you offer? Well, you could offer market updates, housing forecasts, first-time buyer tips, neighborhood insights. So you reach out to these folks and let them know if you ever need any market updates, any forecasts, you want some first-time buyer tips, let's go ahead and you could call me. You could stamp my name. Stamp my name on there, and there you go. You ever been watching like the local news and all of a sudden it'll run a sponsor underneath or it'll ask the source? Well, that source, that's where your name would be. Become the agent reporters call on housing commentary. So that's your goal. Podcast guest strategy. Okay. Get featured instead of advertising. Target business podcast, entrepreneur podcast, community and investor podcasts. Some of the topics is real estate trends, wealth building through real estate, relocation opportunities, market predictions. So these are just topics that you could talk about. Some of the benefits. Well, it builds authority, reaches thousands of listeners, and creates evergreen content. Okay, evergreen content. Strategic business partnerships. This is where the big one is because this is where you actually build a partnership and a referral system. So, some potential partners are your mortgage broker, your CPA, attorney, insurance agents, financial planners, home inspectors, contractors. And this is what you ask. How can we create value for our audience together? Because that's the question. I'm really good at this because this is where a lot of my business is. A lot of my customers call me, whether it's agents or end users. Yesterday, I must have got 3 agents contact me for storage tank inspection in San Francisco. Other one was a land survey, so land surveyor. So, yep. So people call me for these resources. Community partnerships become the local connector. Partnered with schools, Chamber of Commerce, nonprofits, school leagues, community events. Opportunities, sponsor events, provide market updates, host educational workshops. People remember agents who serve the community. Business spotlight campaign, promote others to grow yourself. This is what I was talking about earlier. I promoted small businesses. And here it says feature local businesses, video interviews, social media posts, email newsletters, community guidelines. Benefits, business owners share your content, you access their audience, strong referral relationships develop. Host joint events, multiple attendance through partnerships. Some of the examples we have here is home buyer workshop with the agent and your lender. Okay, these are great. You should have these at least 3 to 4 times a year. Okay, first time buyers or home buyer workshop, partner with your loan officer. Wealth building seminar, agent with your financial advisor. Estate planning event, agent with an attorney. Estate planning, developing trusts. Home improvement seminar, well, agent and a contractor. And you could have one event to hold all of this if it's easier. Create a local media machine, monthly content system, publish market updates, interview local businesses, attend community events, guest on a podcast, share new neighborhood spotlight. Consistency creates authority. Social media partnerships strategy. Collaborate instead of creating alone. Ideas, Instagram lives, Facebook lives, joint webinars, co-brand content, community spotlights. These cross promotions expand your reach like instantly. And then if you haven't partnered with I think I partnered with the Daly City Mayor because Daly City is my area. I partnered with the Daly City Mayor, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I mean, early on in my career. So that was a great partnership. That was definitely strategic. So public relations formula, well, visibility and credibility. Story ideas, media loves. Local housing trends, market predictions, neighborhood development, affordability insights, community impact stories. So Become the source, not the salesperson. The 100 partner goal. Build your influence network. Right? This is great. This is really simple. Target 25 local businesses, 25 professionals, 25 community leaders, 25 media contacts. That's 100 strategic relationships. These relationships will create more business than you could far ever do. You do it right, you do it once, and it'll feed you for a lifetime. Some of the key takeaways today. So the fast path to growth, build some partnerships, be strategic. Stop trying to build an audience alone. Instead, borrow trust, borrow attention, build strategic relationships, become the local authority. Influence grows faster than through partnerships, not promotions. I just want to thank you guys for always coming on Monday. Take this opportunity to follow exactly this, because whether it's good times or bad times, if you do this right, you'll have a lifetime of business because those relationships will go a long way. Anyways, until next time, we'll see you soon.